sẽ có lời cảm tưởng từ gia đình đại diện có 3 con: Quang Đạo, Xuân Dung và Quang Hiền.
I'm the oldest son in the family. Just want to share a few words regarding my dad. So my dad would be greatly missed. He was God's faithful servant until his last breath. The night before his stroke, he was preparing a sermon for that coming Sunday. He loved God, was generous, compassionate. He loved people. He dedicated his life to serve God. When we were living in France, I remember that we hosted many Vietnamese families from the refugee camp. That was his way of showing God's love to those who had nothing, to tell them about the good news of knowing Jesus Christ. He did not have any earthly riches, but stored all his treasures in heaven. He lived a very simple life, wore simple clothes, and did not care for any luxuries. Well, I'm wrong. His only luxury was his love for sushi, especially Lion King. That was his favorite one. While he was recovering from his hip surgery last year, he kept asking for me to bring Lion King when I was visiting him. He probably could eat Lion King every day. He loves his 9 grandkids, especially my son, Quang Hiếu, probably because they share the same middle name, Quang. His grandkids will mostly miss him chasing them around and tickle them. They will also miss the red packets of lì that he would give them for Christmas and Vietnamese New Year. I will surely miss his couscous, which is a French Moroccan dish. He makes really good couscous that reminds me of my time in France. I also want to thank my mom for taking care of my dad the last few years when he started to get sick. We are sad, but we take comfort that this is just a temporary goodbye, and that one day we will all be reunited in heaven. He left a great legacy for us children and grandchildren and taught us how to be a faithful servant. Thank you.
Sorry, I don't know if I can speak with that emotion. There should be a introduction to the video. My dad loves God above all. It's pretty evident if you met him. He really loved God with all his heart. He dedicated most of his life to serving God. When we were living, he taught us how to trust fully in God and just to put our worries onto God and not worry about anything, trusting God wholeheartedly. He taught us Christian values. He taught us how to read the Bible in Vietnamese, because it came in handy when now we know how to sort of read in Vietnamese. He was very involved in the church and rarely took some time off. So a few years ago, when we asked him as a family when he was planning to retire, he said not yet. I'm not done yet, and he wanted to continue serving God for a few years, for a few more years. So then when last year he fell and broke his hip and had surgery, that's when he had to retire. So he recovered from surgery and was walking a few months later, even without a walker. And we were hopeful, we were just happy to see him recover and living life like before. And just about a month before Christmas, I came over and to visit my parents and just had a short conversation with him. I asked him, Dad, where would you want to go next year? Would you want to go to France or Hawaii? You know, you can go on a vacation now. And then, instead of replying, he just did this. He pointed to heaven. So, at that time, I just wasn't, fully processing what he's saying. And he said, no, not yet, Dad. You're not ready yet. Still have, life in you, and we can still take you on vacation and go here and there. Little did we know that a month later he would be in the hospital in the ER, and we were just gathering around him and just coming to the realization that he was gonna leave us soon. When he left peacefully, and just with that little conversation that I had with him, I think it brought me comfort, and just knowing that he was ready to meet the Lord, and he was not afraid and not scared at all, and he was just. I'm not gonna say happy. He was okay with it, and from that, I think we were all okay with his passing, and just seeing how he was not afraid and was at peace now, and so that brings us comfort.